Hey guys, MBB here with another Pokemon deck profile. This is going to be a Ultra Necrozma Malamar deck for standard format 2019. Again, there's no major tournaments left, but still play this at League Cups, League Challenges, whatever local tournaments you have around. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the profile. Of course, most important card in the deck, 4 copies of Inkay, and 4 copies of Psychic Recharge Malamar. So this is what you're going to use to get all of your attackers charged up. Just load them with Psychic Energy, have them do a bunch of damage. And the main attackers, I should say, that Malamar is going to charge up are Ultra Necrozma with the Photon Geyser attack. Just do loads of damage, great against GXs. And for stuff like Zapdos, Buzzwole, pesky non-GXs, you've got Giratina with Shadow Impact. And also about Giratina is it can revive itself with Distortion Door, allowing it to put itself from your discard pile directly onto your bench and damage 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So this is great. I was considering playing 1 because of Distortion Door, but then it's pretty vulnerable to being prized, and I didn't want to risk that with Zapdos being so popular. And then for just some draw Pokemon, we've got 2 copies of Jirachi with Proxy to loan to a friend who ironically is playing Zapdos, but sorry about that. So this is great because Stellar Wish can just find any trainer in the top 5 cards of your deck, which is a very powerful effect, especially because you can use this multiple times over the course of the game, right? Every turn, hopefully. So yeah, this is great. It also just provides a little bit of a pivot, because you need to have it on the bench to Psychic Recharge to it, right? So send up Jirachi, Stellar Wish, Retreat. And just for 2 more draw Pokemon, 1 copy of Dedenne GX, card's insane. Discarding your hand honestly isn't that bad with this deck because of the energy. And 1 copy of Lele to grab your supporters. I still like Lele in this deck because you're playing Mysterious Treasure. So that's all for the Pokemon. Getting onto the supporters for draw. We've got 4 copies of Cynthia. And 4 copies of Lily. Pretty standard stuff there. We only need 8 draw supporters. We have 4 draw Pokemon, so that's fine. 3 copies of Guzma. I was considering going up to 4, but I don't know. I couldn't really find room for it. Let me know if there's a card you think I could take out for a 4th Guzma, because I think a 4th one would be really good in this type of deck. I used to play 4 Guzmas in Volcanion. This is kind of similar. 1 copy of Acerola. This is a card that some people aren't playing, but I really like it for when your Ultra Necrozma gets hit. You can Acerola, send up your Jirachi, bench your Ultra Necrozma, attach a Metal Energy, Psychic Recharge, use your Stellar Wish. It really comes in handy in those situations just to keep knockouts coming. And yeah, that's all for supporters. Now moving on to the item cards. Of course, 4 copies of Mysterious Treasure, and 4 copies of Ultra Ball. I like to play a lot of search cards in my decks. I'm also playing 2 copies of Nest Ball. I was playing 3, but, you gotta make cuts somewhere. So, yeah, these are great. Mysterious Treasure can grab pretty much everything except for Jirachi and Dedenne. And Ultra Ball can grab everything, so yeah, I like playing the Ultra Ball and the Nest Ball just because Jirachi is so important. So, yeah. And then also, we've got 2 copies of Switch, 1 copy of Escape Rope. This could be, 3 switches, 1 switch, 2 Escape Rope, whatever you want. But, I don't know, I like this. And then we just got 1 copy of Rescue Stretcher. for some recovery, you know, a lot of times people will try and hunt down your Malamars, so this really helps to get you set up. And then we just got 2 copies of choice pins and 2 copies of a skateboard for the tools. Choice pin is super good against Zorak and Reshi's so I think you should play 2, and the skateboard is just for Jirachi. I think 2 is fine because you have switch and escape rope. So yeah. For stadiums, just 3 Viridian Forest. This is really nice to counter stuff like, you know, Thunder Mountain, Heat Factory, just really powerful stadiums that you want out of there. And then also it can allow you to, you know, grab a Metal Energy and pinch, because you don't play very many, right? And also discard a card from your hand, you know, that can be a Psychic Energy. It can be a card you're not using first turn to try and get a Lily. So, yeah, that's great. And then we've just got 7 copies of Psychic Energy, 3 Metal Energy, and 1 Beast Energy. So yeah, that's all for the deck. I think this is still a good deck. It's probably going to be better post-rotation, you know, it keeps some search around. It's got Mysterious Treasure still. You've still got Jirachi post-rotation, so yeah. Cynthia and Lily aren't going anywhere. I think it doesn't really rely too much on Rescue Treasure. I think this deck will be fine, survive the rotation. Acerola, not a huge loss, but loss of Escape Rope and Guzma are really annoying. So yeah, I would recommend giving this deck a try. It's probably a decent investment, and yeah, that's all for now.